People make decisions because of what? Because it benefits them, not because they're confused. A confused mind says no. A lost mind says no. But when they actually see what you see, if they actually see the vision of actually accomplishing that or running away from that specific situation, it makes so much sense for them. And then your job closing them is so much easier. The more information you can get from them early on and figure out like what is their problem, the more you can use that in the objection handling in the close. I mean, we're talking about on a general basis. I mean, they're on the phone. If they're not working, meaning they're not like super busy at the moment and you feel like they're normal and they can talk to you, then you dig. If you feel like they're busy and they're not gonna sign up with you now, I'll be honest with you, I'd rather you dig and then do the follow-up and close there than just dig very lightly and then you just kind of like go for the close and you lose it because they're busy. See the vision and the picture of why they should do it or why they should run away from their current pain. They're gonna do it whether it's a follow-up or 2 minutes or 2 hours because you just kind of made them smell the garbage, so to say, of what they're going through, or smell the beautiful flowers of the future. You understand? So it's all about this. What we're talking about right now is the emotional side. The logical side is really simple. That's the fiber. That's the this, the that. But the emotional side is really figuring out what really makes them tick. And every person is completely different. You could talk to me about fiber till you turn blue. I don't care about that. What do I care about? Let's say in this office. If a sales guy came here and said, I want to sell you internet. Do I care about price? Yeah. No. If you knew how much we're paying for internet, we don't give a crap about price. Matter of fact, we picked one of the highest prices because we wanted to make sure what? What was the most important thing for me?
Reliability.
Reliability. Why? I got a bunch of computers and I got a bunch of phone calls and I got a bunch of sales guys and I want to make sure that I don't give a crap about how much it costs. I care about the reliability so my sales guys can make phone calls. Because the cost of having cheaper internet and losing a deal because somebody couldn't get on the phone call is way more expensive to me than worrying about saving $50. You understand? So that's me. How many people are out there like that are working from home right now that need the reliability? Or they have kids that are doing homework or Zoom on school. So it's a perfect time, to be honest with you, to ask those questions. Do you have any kids that actually use the internet for homework or work? Yeah, we have 2 kids actually in homeschool right now because of that. Really? So has it ever disconnected with the previous company you had? All the time. Really? Whoo! That's not good. That's not good. Now I'm kind of I'm reminding them of the pain that they just went over. You understand? Even if they're moving to, or if they have it right now, it could have been 2 months ago, right? So, and if they complain about the company, I used to have your company, yeah, I understand that. They actually changed some of the stuff because of coronavirus. They've changed and did a lot of updates. So you won't have those issues. How amazing would that be? How amazing it is to know that all those issues you previously had with us, they're gone. Because of the new whatever the technology is, right? So it's just figuring out like what's the emotional hot button for them. And you got to ask the right questions. Meaning, what is it that you're going to get? When you're asking questions, don't just ask questions to ask. Ask questions to say, okay, what is it I need to know that's really valuable data, that's really important that I can use when they give me some later on in the close? You understand? So you need to figure out who's my customer, where are they trying to go, or where are they trying to run away from? What kind of information do I need to really identify that? And what's going to make them kind of tick so that when they give me some kind of bullshit objection later on, I can use that and say, yo, you just told me you want to have your kids on Zoom the whole time. Of course you want to think about it, Mr. Cuss, because that's going to help you in the objections. When they say I need to think about it, what are you going to tell them? What would you tell them? I need to think about it. Let's say let's say the customer had problems with their Zoom. The internet wasn't working right. And it was disconnecting a lot and the kids were running around driving her crazy, as an example. When she gives you the objection of, I need to think about it, what would you tell her? So my job is to kind of solve that issue for you so you don't have to think about that ever again, because how many times have you thought about it and it wasted time? I'm trying to save you time to think about stuff so you can focus on thinking about your kids versus thinking about the internet. I understand you need to think about it. The fact that you need to think about it, that's amazing. That means you're a smart person. You love to think about things. But right now your kids are suffering and they're driving you crazy because they're not getting the right connection. So by them driving you crazy is making you think about the internet when you shouldn't be thinking about it. You should be thinking about your kids, not the internet. So let's help you think about the right stuff versus the wrong stuff. Sound fair enough? And then remember, this is what you're going to get. Value, value, value. Let's close the deal. And it'll be simple because that's a logical approach with an emotional attachment to it. Because people make decisions based on what? Emotion. and they wrap it up and they justify it with logic. You understand? So if you understand what's emotional to them, the logic, you already know the logic. It makes sense, right? Wrap this around this, and they're going to have nowhere to go but to say, sign me up. You understand? So what are some questions that we can ask that can literally give us premium data that can make them say yes after we tie it into the objections? What do you think? What are some key questions you can ask? I wouldn't say how is it working with your current service, because what's a normal response to that? Okay. Fine, it's okay, it's good. So you want to dig. What are some things, what would make your service currently right now? Like, where would you rate your current service? Is it from 1 being it's like horrible, you want to choke somebody out, or 10 it's the best thing since sliced bread? They're not going to say 10. They're going to say what? 7. What would make it a 10? I wish I had X. I wish I had Y. If they say, oh, the price, say, Mr. Customer, I understand you want a lower price. That's my job today. That's what we do here. But outside of the price, make it a 10. See what I'm doing? I'm digging. I'm literally figuring out, like, why the hell would this person, when they give me objections, why would they say yes? What can I move them and trigger them to say, you know what? I know you want this. I know you need this. Your objection's coming at me. I know it's coming. So when you throw that objection at me, I'm going to go bam. Because they have nowhere else to go. It'll be a no-brainer. It'll be a really no-brainer, right? Because remember, you tie the emotion to the logic. Now, a lot of times, like I told you guys, objections are what? They could be hidden, so they don't know. Could be hidden, so we don't know, right? There's different types of objections. So your job is to identify, okay, what is this customer thinking? You got to literally be empathetic. You're good at that, Eric. You're amazing at being really empathetic and figuring out where is this customer right now. Why would they make this decision? Like, people don't make decisions because they're lost. People make decisions because of what? Because they want to. Because of what? People make decisions because of what? Because it benefits them, not because they're confused. A confused mind says no. A lost mind says no. But when they actually see what you see, if they actually see the vision of actually accomplishing that or running away from that specific situation, it makes so much sense for them. And then your job closing them is so much easier. Because they literally came to you telling you I have this issue.